I was one of the first 4 or 5 employees to come out to site. There's obviously the nerves about undertaking something like this and wondering if you're up to the task. And I remember our first day out here, it was literally driving through a farmer's field to get to the location. And then you can fast forward 5 years later, you come out here and you can see the plant behind me. You think about going from very few people on site to now we have a team of close to 400 KSPC employees.
Legacy Project is Saskatchewan's first greenfield potash mine in well over 40 years now. This plant will have an ultimate capacity 2.86 million tons per year. We're about $4.1 billion in budget.
The last potash mine was a conventional underground mine developed over 40 years ago, and the last solution mine was developed over 50 years ago. So the Legacy project allowed K+S Canada to come in with innovative technology in terms of water efficiency, in terms of energy efficiency, and really build a mine of the future.
This huge amount of technical projects depends on the people and the team, and that's the secret behind the success.
This is world-class in all respects, in terms of the scale, in terms of the delivery, the performance.
In the last 50 or 60 years, this is one of 2 of the biggest engineering projects that we've undertaken as a company. When you talk about a partnership, we're looking at an opportunity to work with a progressive company for many, many, many years to come.
It's a huge project also at Port Moody in British Columbia.
What you're going to have here is a world-class facility for potash handling. From the moment the potash arrives at the terminal to the moment it leaves the site on a vessel.
With health, safety, environment, that's absolutely at the top of our minds.
Our commitment really goes towards our people. That's what we're all about. I mean, it's all about protecting our people, making sure they go home at the end of the day.
The great thing is that we work collaboratively together and it's an integrated team. So environment is really part of every team. It's built into the work we do.
On the construction side, it's been a very, very well executed project from a safety point of view. I think we've had 2 lost time incidents and we're over 25 million man-hours since the beginning of construction, which is a phenomenal achievement.
K+S Potash Canada's investment at the mine site has meant that there was an investment in municipal infrastructure. The municipality was a benefactor of about $8.5 million of road improvements in the initial onset of development of the mine site, something that no municipality our size or really in the province could do on their own.
The K+S Potash Canada mine has brought many benefits to FHQ developments. We represent 11 First Nations as our limited partners. We have more than 15,000 citizens collectively. So we've employed literally hundreds of our First Nations members.
It's a huge project from the ground up, literally starting from greenfields of pastures to producing a potash mine, getting that product off site and ultimately to our customers' ports.
Obviously there's a lot of excitement involved in undertaking something like this. You know that you're going to be a part of something that hasn't been done in this province for over 50 years.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience to have a grand opening for a mine site.
The Legacy project represents the first new potash mine literally in decades here in Saskatchewan. We've got 40% of the world's reserves, but we need companies to mine it and create jobs while they do it and invest while they do it. K+S is doing all of those things.
We should be very proud of this moment as both as a company but as employees. So a lot of us have put a lot of effort into getting us to this point. Those of us in operations in particular are just ready to operate this plant and put it through its paces and see what it can do and do what most of us have been hired to do in the first place, which is operate a potash plant.
It's amazing. That's a kind of unbelieving. If you are since years on working in this project and you see it come to the end, it's phenomenal.